A charitable interpretation of what Senator Schumer is planning to do does not exist. It doesn't. He is going to either make a motion to table or to dismiss the work done by the U.S. House of Representatives. In our 200-plus year history, we have had 21 public officials impeached by the United States House of Representatives. We in the Senate have held trials in all but 3. In 3 instances, we dismissed the charges because the officials resigned.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. The United States Capitol is once again the stage for a profound constitutional moment that tests the very foundations of our republic. After months of rigorous investigation, witness testimonies, and a formal vote in the House of Representatives, articles of impeachment have been delivered to the Senate. Yet Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer appears ready to dismiss this solemn process without even holding a trial. Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana stepped forward in a powerful press conference and delivered unfiltered truth. He reminded Americans of a clear historical fact: in over 200 years, the House has impeached 21 public officials. The Senate has conducted trials in all but 3 cases, those involving resignations or a unique instance with a senator where jurisdiction was questioned. Dismissing these articles outright, Kennedy warned, would not only break long-standing Senate custom and rules but signal a deeper rot within the institution under current Democratic leadership. This is not mere procedural disagreement. Impeachment represents one of the most serious acts the House can undertake, a deliberate check on executive power after exhaustive scrutiny. To treat it as disposable for political convenience undermines the separation of powers our founders carefully designed.
Resigned. The other incident, we dismissed the charges because it involved a senator, and we did not believe we had the authority to hold an impeachment of a senator. Now, those are the facts. I fully expect Senator Schumer to try to muddy up the water, to try to make it look deep. But this is really very simple. We're either going to follow Senate custom, Senate rules, and Senate history, or we are not. And if he chooses, and if he may have the votes to do it, but if he chooses to dismiss these impeachment articles without so much as a trial, as if it were just spam in the Democrats' inbox, it'll be further evidence that under this administration, the Senate has been rotting from within. Rotting from within. Under this administration, we don't do a budget anymore. The leadership just gets together and writes a bill. Sometimes they cut the budget bill, the omnibus, in 2 and make it 2 mini bills, but still does the same thing. This is just one more step. I mean, what are we here for? Impeaching a public official by the United States House of Representatives after months and months and months of investigation and witnesses, and then taking a vote, is one of the most solemn acts that the House can do. And Senator Schumer is just going to dismiss that? Not even hold a trial? Because he thinks he has the votes and it's politically expedient? Isn't that special? And every one of you here know that if Republicans were doing the same thing, you would be catatonic and foaming at the mouth. And that's what Chuck's doing. And it is wrong. And we're going to do everything we can to stop it. Now, originally, Senator Schumer had planned to do this on a Thursday, when everybody is trying to get back to their districts. Isn't that special? Wonder why he picked a Thursday. We have asked, and I understand the Speaker, I understand it's public now, the Speaker we asked him to delay sending over the articles until Monday, to at least give us a full week. We'll see if Senator Schumer honors the extra time. This is unconscionable, people. This ranks right up there with getting rid of the filibuster. We're either going to have a United States Senate as set up by founders or we're not. And that's what's going on here.
Continuing our examination, Senator Kennedy's remarks expose not only a procedural breach but the underlying motivations and dangerous consequences of Schumer's approach. At the core, this dismissal attempt stems from raw political calculation. With perceived majority control, Schumer sees an opportunity to neutralize the House's work without the scrutiny of a full trial, where evidence would be presented, witnesses examined, and senators forced to take a public stand. Why engage in the solemn constitutional duty when votes allow a quick burial? Kennedy called this exactly what it is: unconscionable, a disservice to every citizen who believes in the rule of law. The reasons are clear and troubling. First, it avoids accountability for the impeached official and the broader policy failures that prompted the House action. Months of investigation do not vanish because one chamber finds it inconvenient. Second, it sets a precedent that erodes Senate legitimacy. If impeachment articles from the People's House can be dismissed like unwanted email, future majorities may routinely weaponize or ignore this check, weakening the balance of power. Kennedy stressed the historical rarity: only in resignation cases or the singular senator jurisdictional matter has the Senate skipped a trial. Anything else breaks faith with over 2 centuries of practice. This behavior did not occur in isolation. Kennedy connected it to larger patterns under the current leadership: the abandonment of regular budgeting in favor of last-minute omnibus deals crafted behind closed doors, often split into multiple bills to mask the process. The Senate, meant to be a deliberate body of reflection, increasingly operates on raw power plays. Dismissing impeachment without trial becomes just one more step in this erosion, further evidence that the institution is rotting from within. The hypocrisy amplifies the damage. As Kennedy noted, Democrats would erupt in outrage if Republicans bypassed trial for political gain. Yet here, the same standard is discarded because it suits the moment. The timing, pushing for action on a busy travel day, suggests an intent to minimize debate and public visibility. Requests for delay to allow a full week of review test whether basic comedy still exists. Schumer's allies have the votes, but exercising them this way prioritizes expediency over duty. Kennedy did not stop at critique. He highlighted the human cost tied to related disputes, such as government funding standoffs affecting 260,000 Department of Homeland Security employees working without pay while senators continue to receive theirs. He proposed a simple shared sacrifice resolution: if workers go unpaid, so should senators. Democrats reportedly supported it privately in committee but blocked it publicly, using federal workers as pawns while shielding their own compensation. This double standard, Kennedy said, triggers a gag reflex and exposes the rot, protecting personal paychecks over fairness to those guarding borders and skies. The deeper analysis reveals a fight for the soul of the Senate itself. If this video gave you a new perspective, then you're in the right place. Here, we don't just talk about the headlines, we break down the real analysis behind them. Because understanding a country's political processes is the responsibility of every citizen. Remember, justice exists only as long as the people stand for it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more. See you in the next video.